Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie. If you haven't been to my channel before, welcome, and if you're coming back, thank you. I appreciate all the support and love I get from anybody and everybody. I love fitness, I love weightlifting. I feel like it's changed my life, and I feel like it can change a lot of people's lives. One thing that I wanted to dive into today is chest. Should women train their chest? And the answer is yes, they should train their chest. Why? Why would women train their chest? Why would they want to look more like this? Why? Because obviously that is the look that I've been going for the 4 years that I've been lifting. And it's been really hard for me to get to that point. So the reason why women may not train chest or may think that they don't need to train chest is because, well, I don't want to lose my chest, I don't want to lose my feminine appearance, I don't want to lose my boobs. Women do not have the amount of testosterone that men do flowing through their body. For women to look like a female bodybuilder, they are taking hormones, they're taking steroids, they're taking certain drugs to get their body to that point. You cannot do it naturally. You just can't. So I'm not saying all female bodybuilders do that, but the ones that look very manly and they got veins everywhere, that's not natural. Just know that that's not going to happen. I know that some women fear working chest for losing breast size, but the truth is that you're going to lose breast size with overall body fat loss. It's very hard to lose body fat, and it's very, very difficult to get down to a low enough percentage to where you can see your chest muscles that are defined. Actually, building your chest muscles can give you a little bit of a perkier appearance because you're building the muscle, the pectoral muscle underneath your breast to give your breasts a more prominent look, and they might, poke out more. So you have your pec major and your pec minor. Your pec major makes up the majority of the muscle that is seen. So your pec major is going to attach at your clavicle, down your sternum, and attach to your ribs. And then it is going to also attach on your humerus. So it's like a fan-shaped muscle that just, I'll show a diagram. Your pec muscles control the movement of your arm and also keep your arm attached to your body because it attaches to your humerus, which is the bone that runs from your elbow to your shoulder. And you need to have strong chest muscles to move your arm up and down like this, across your body, or if you're throwing something. That's all chest. I like to do all kinds of exercises. I like to do compound along with isolated moves, and I usually incorporate both types of exercises in my workouts. So what is the difference between a compound movement and an isolation movement? So it's defined by how many joints you're involving with the movement. So if you're doing a chest press, you're moving at your elbow and you're also moving at your shoulder. So that is considered a compound movement because you're involving more muscle groups that way. So if you're just doing, say you're just doing like a tricep kickback, you are only moving at one point. You're stabilizing your shoulder and the only hinge is your elbow. So, and that is going to emphasize more on your tricep rather than, you're stabilizing with your chest and your shoulder, but you're going to emphasize the most stress on your elbow or on your tricep. Compound movements are going to be the way that your body functions normally more in daily life. Like you might be, picking up a box or going to like turn your steering wheel. Those are more movements that we do in daily life. We move through motion. Like usually if we're trying to move something, we're not gonna sit there and try to move it like that. So it's not as, isolation movements are not as natural. They're beneficial, in my opinion, for isolating a muscle and specifically targeting it to build it. Compound movements are good for functionality and strength. For me, for building a nice physique and a nice shapely womanly figure, its isolation movements are important as well. But it's also important for me to be healthy and injury-free and be able to move around in time and space naturally. I don't want to have big, dumb muscles that can't function properly. I really hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of background information on the pecs and why it's important for women to work their chest. And yeah, enjoy this workout. The first exercise that I'm doing is a tricep overhead extension. I'm not using any crazy weight. I'm using a moderate weight and just warming up the area. You should be having it heavy enough to where you're feeling a burn the last 5 or 10 reps. Down to the ocean floor, your dark brown eyes reflect fireflies, living bright nights, getting me high on life. It's a night to stay up late. Decline push-ups are going to target more of the bottom of your pec. It's really important here to keep your core as tight as you can and try to keep your spine flat. You want to position your hands a little bit further apart. This is going to recruit more from your pecs rather than your triceps. I did 3 sets of 15 of these. It was pretty hard. So if you haven't done push-ups before, I would recommend just doing it on the floor and going from your knees, but still having that wider hand positioning. We'll take a long walk till we start to freeze here in small talk over the summer breeze. Out of safe zones, finding hidden caves, all the wet stones shaped by the ocean waves. The next exercise that I'm doing is a superset of 15 chest flies and then straight into 15 dumbbell chest press. I'm using 15-pound dumbbells here. I did 3 of these supersets, resting 60 to 90 seconds in between each set. To old songs and headphones, don't wanna wake up tomorrow. I know a place, would you like to go? You love the view from up there, I know. Maintain a slight bend in your elbow when you're doing these. Apparently, when things get hard, my feet go crazy. This type of superset is considered a pre-exhaustion superset, so you're doing an isolation movement first, which is the chest flies, and then you're doing a compound movement, which is the dumbbell bench press. Next, I did narrow push-ups, so I'm using dumbbells and my palms are facing each other. I use dumbbells to take the strain off my wrists. This closer hand positioning is going to emphasize more stress on your tricep. I tried to do 3 full sets of 10. I know like the first one I did 6 and then dropped down to my knees for the last 4. And the second one I think I made it to 5 and dropped down to my knees for the last 5. And I probably did the same for the last set. Always try to do a real push-up first, and if you absolutely can't, then drop down to your knees. Things we have to do can't wait. We've got catching up
We'll take a long walk till we start to freeze. Here in small talk over the summer breeze. Out of safe zones, finding hidden caves. All the wet stones shaped by the ocean waves. It's a night to stay up late. Things we have to do can't wait. We've got catching up to do.
Tricep pushdowns are a great way to target the back of your arm. You're really going to try to focus on only moving at your elbow. I did 3 sets of 15. You want a heavy enough weight to where the last 3 or 4 reps are very difficult.
There's no way we'll be forgetting. Listen to old songs and headphones. Don't wanna wake up tomorrow. I know a place would you like to go. You love the view from up there, I know. This is a perfect.
The last exercise is incline bench press. This is going to target more of the top of your pec. I did 3 sets, and the first set I did no weight. I did a little bit more reps until I could feel it kind of burning out. The second set I added 10 pounds on each side, and I did 12 reps. And the last set I added a 5-pound plate on each side, and I did 10 reps. And that's it, you're done. I think I did a little bit of cardio after this. I probably did 15 or 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. Stay tuned, my friends, because the next workout is a leg workout, and it is killer. You're gonna love it. I will have that posted very soon. All right, see you next time.